Hey guys, welcome to High Entropy. It's day 72 of English speaking, and today I will give a challenge to myself. It would be simple one. I will pick any random topic and I have to talk about that topic without thinking much. Immediately, I will give a topic. I'm not thinking about any topic, so I will quickly select a topic and then I have to talk for at least 3 minutes. So I remember when I had connect with the person at the time. The person asked me like, I have a challenge for you, and you have to talk for 3 minutes. So I said okay, but I lasted in 2 minutes only, and because like I could have talked, but the topic was restrict. But yeah, definitely people can talk for hours in a topic. So maybe that's why, if you know, like if you have more skills, you will feel more confident, you will be more engaging. It is very important, and maybe still I'm not realizing it, but if you know, it's better. Otherwise, just try to realize, like sometimes so many things are associated with it. For example, let me give you a scenario. You are scared or you are afraid of interview. There could be reason like you are not prepared well, or you are feeling anxious because you did not get time, or you were enjoying earlier, and at the day of interview you are feeling anxious. Maybe if interviewer will ask something else and I am not prepared well. And it always happens with me, especially suppose I'm appearing in an exam, then I have a habit of late night study before exam, and not preparing. If I have much time, then I will not prepare. I will start preparing for exam 2 3 days uh, ago. Okay, so 2 3 days ago I start preparing. So that's why. So it's also related. Like if you are feeling somewhere anxious and confident, then it could be one of the reason could be you are not well prepared for it. Maybe someone asked you a question. If you know, nowadays some of the politicians used to think like they get script, and then accordingly they didn't like media person ask them or anchor ask them question, then they are okay. But if they are going to a YouTuber or sort of person who can ask random question, then they feel awkward, or maybe they are not prepared to answer them because so it happens. So that's why it's very important. By the way, our topic, let me think what we are going to talk. So I will give you challenge also. So if you are learning English, so I will give a topic for you, and you have to speak on the topic for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I just want to cascade it to other people. Like maybe you give challenge to other person, and three, and it will become. In MLM, people used to say, okay, you have to join two people, and under the other two people, so they will build a tree, and then they will tell you, okay, now you are at the top, and imagine how much money you will get. Only if few percent people of your branches will work, or your ancestors not. I know I'm just recalling some tree terminologies that is being used in data structure and algorithm. So by the way, ignore that. Okay, so let me talk. Think about pollution. No. Okay. Uh, Private vehicles. Let's take example of. Okay. Or maybe let's take example of farmers in India. Okay. So let's start. So 3 minutes. So it's 3:50. I mean, yeah. Let me if you wait for a few seconds again. So yeah, let's start. So if you we see like farmers, so our country is known as the farmer capitals or farming capitals, and most of the population relies on the farming. You can see like most of the rurals completely rely on the farming. In the some cities or some states, there are people also exploring other options, but still, like if I talk about my states and other neighboring states, they are completely relying on the farming. And not all farmers are, if we talk the conditions of farmers, it's not good. There are so many people. If you might have heard the news like every year so many farmers suicide, and because of they are taking loans from banks, and then banks employees are coming, or what we could say, loan recoverers are coming to their house, threatening them, and because to get rid of this, they suicide, or they decide to suicide. So it's a very uh, what we say chronic condition in India. uh, Even government tries to mitigate the problem. And a few days, maybe months back, I connected with a person and he was telling like they are government is giving subsidy to farmers in the form of, and they are also giving some Pradhan Mantri or PM Samman Nidhi, I believe. I don't know, Kishan Samman Nidhi, I believe. So they are giving monthly or some amount they are giving as a respect token of respect. Or yeah, so that is one thing. But still, I feel like the people who are feeding the whole nation, and they are still suffering, and they don't live a good quality life. They are suffering. I think they what government can take care. Still, definitely appreciate government is taking initiatives. It's not like government is not. I won't say government is completely not ignoring the farmers they are giving. But yeah, now I feel like farming is a good scope for businessmen. Reason is nowadays you will notice like even. For example, if you open Zomato, not Zomato, let's say like Jepto or any other Blinkit or Instamart, then you'll see there is an option of organic products, maybe organic turmeric or maybe organic food, fruits, all other stuff. Now there are two variety. One is organic, another one is where farmers are using pesticides, etc. I was about to say vagera. Okay, so the thing is like still, so there are opportunities, but the biggest challenge is like we have a limited land. We are not a land capital, or we don't have a huge land like Russia or other countries. I mean, I think US also have huge land. Land wise, it's a big, and population wise, is small. So for India, it's also critical. As per population, we are the largest country in the world, and not by land but by population. So we I can't say like completely like because of population we are struggling. There are so many factors, but still I feel like because of population we have limitation. Like we have limited land, and we need to feed the whole nation. And for that, if you'll completely start like growing organic food products, then the problem and challenge will be in the limited land. If my grandfather and my mother used to tell, still like no, not my grandfather used to tell like, and in their time when they were farming, there were limited resources were available. For example, for uh, if you want to irrigate the crops, you have like limited, they were growing wheat very limited. And when someone was some they were telling stories like when some guests were coming in the home, then only they were cooking the wheat flour uh, breads only, chapatis, or you can say. Other times they used to eat millet and all other kind of stuff. Now it's like if you are eating millet, then it's good. And now people used to avoid wheat, and they are like now clock is moving in the reverse direction. Like people are the people that you can say the Persians, our ancestors, whatever they were eating, now we wanted to eat them. And now only the peoples who can afford, they are able to eat. So things changed vice versa. Okay, so they used to tell like because of water problems and all, like you cannot irrigate crops. They have like more lands as compared to now, because the population grew uh, exponentially, not exponentially, but yeah, it grew faster. So they used to tell like when guests were coming, they were like, as a kid they were used to look like, okay, now today we'll get the wheat's bread instead of millets and all. Okay, so Joab was right. I don't know what's the English words for them, but yeah, so that's the story. So there were so many challenges. Like it's not about the only the water irrigation or watering the plants. It was about the problem like you have limited resources. And there also the challenge is like, suppose if you have 1 acre land and you wanted to grow the crops. The thing is like, if you won't use pesticides, there are chances like you will use some organic products, and you won't get that much production. Okay, and for example, and you will get limited amount. So might be like amount wise you will say like, okay, I will sell it at higher price. But the thing is like, you won't be able to feed the whole nation, and it will be challenging for you. So that's why it's very like we need to have some trade-off between the organic and inorganic pesticide used food products. Okay, so that is one thing, and there is also the another factor is affordability. Everyone can't afford right now in India, like right now or in the past also. Like it's about the affordability. So that is also one thing, and also you will notice like the government is providing subsidy, but still it's very limited. Like suppose I think there are some insurance option for crops, but not it's not available easily to everyone, and there are limited you can say like limited amount in return if something happen to your crops. Some catastrophic event or natural disasters will happen, then you will get some amount, some amount as a token, not complete amount you will get as a refund. So yeah, there are so many challenges for the farmers, and still you will see like they are feeding the nation, but they are struggling to get the food properly, nutritions and all. They are so they are feeding others, but they are struggling to feed themselves and to get a good life. Yeah. So I think I already okay. I talked for more than 6 minutes, but that day I do not know why I was not able to talk for 3 minutes, because I was feeling little pressure, like what I will think or something. By the way, so most important thing I'm telling you right now. So I have a challenge for you. If anyone is gonna watch till here, then I have a challenge for you. You have to. I will tell you a topic, and you have to talk for just open your. Okay, so you just have to open any clock and just put a timer of 3 minutes, and you have to start without thinking much about the topic, and just start and talk anything and record maybe, and talk for next 3 minutes. Okay, so topic is uh, habits. Maybe let's take habits and how it impact your life. Habits and their impact in our life. Okay, so habits and their impact in your life. So this is the topic for you, and do let me know if you are able to accept this challenge. Just say challenge accepted. I don't think anyone is gonna watch till here, but still, let's hope for the best and fingers crossed. Bye bye. Take care and see you soon.